Hi there, it's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Worldwide TV Network, iTube 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, all platforms around the world. This is a special consumer electronics show, or as we tech-friendly geeks say, CES show. So, all the way from Switzerland, Peter, who are you and what company are you representing?
Hi, Ryan. It's a pleasure to being there. So I'm Peter Ratz, co-founder of Droople and responsible for business development. So Droople actually has a vocation to make water matter to people. So how we achieve this goal actually? So Droople brings decentralized water monitoring to the endpoint. That means that today there are more than 36 billion assets which are offered there today. So we are talking about endpoints like water treatment systems, sanitary ware, and different appliances. And we bring solutions to people, businesses, and communities to monitor them, to optimize their maintenance needs and lifetime, as well as reduce waste.
Talk about how that came about. Was it something that didn't just start yesterday, obviously? People don't realize that. They think someone comes up with an idea and tomorrow it's in motion. That's not how it works, is it?
No, it's a long story. The visionary behind Drupal is actually my partner Ramsey, who got an idea 4 years ago, and he was wondering why he couldn't actually spare water at his tap, and he was feeding his hungry baby boy actually in the middle of the night, and he came up with the idea that a device, for example, for a tap could be a solution to make people aware about the importance of saving water. And actually, I met Ramsey a bit later, and he spoke me about his vision, and we realized that there was a really great match between us, with his vision and with my complementary skills and experience in IoT and smart metering, and we started to build the venture actually.
Talk about why this is important and then why people should follow the progress of what you two have created. Because it's obviously, it usually starts with one or two people, but there's really a team behind it, right?
Yes, exactly. We have a really great team that help us to achieve our goals and our vision. So actually, the issue of water is a critical issue because we will face many problems related to water scarcity and problems related to water quality. So in the US, you experience several drought, and you know what it means when you don't have access to the right quantity of water. But we can speak about the different quality issues as well, because when you drink water at the tap, you expect it to be a good quality. When you use water for different processes with different machines, you have to make sure that the water doesn't destroy your machines, doesn't create scale actually, and your machines can work for a long time.
This is really, really important because on our ranch, the Dreamweaver Artist Ranch up in Northern California, we want we sort of water is recycled. I don't think a lot of people know about that. Nothing is ever wasted. However, California, for example, has 2 fire seasons now. It's going to have 3. This is just how the climate is changing. What we all need is to have that water because, as you know, without that drinkable, clean water, we don't survive, and neither do the animals. And it's one of those things where we have been always looking for that recyclable water that you can just pull from the air and just save it and make it clean like that. That is very, very important. I like this whole idea. What do you expect to have it go, and when do you think it will be ready?
So actually, our solution is already ready to launch. So we are launching our solution actually already in Western Europe, especially in Switzerland and in the United Kingdom. And we are happy actually to have discussions in the US to explore the market and see what are the opportunities and do some tests. So I think the timing is great. So we have the good timing because people are getting more and more aware about the necessity to know what's going on at the endpoints of the water network, right? So you know usually when you receive a bill how much water you consumed. You receive that bill once, twice, or 3 times a year, but that's all. And you don't have visibility at all about the different consumption points, so the endpoints. And we bring that knowledge, bring those insights to people and to businesses so they can act and they can actually optimize the processes, the different processes, and they can save water.
So Peter, talk about this. Some people don't, they don't think about this. I'm
Mhm.
against plastic. I'm always for saving the environment, sustainable, environmentally friendly, obviously. Anybody who knows me knows that. One of the other things is for emergency purposes, what's the first thing that people need is food and water. So when it comes to that, I think of Flint, Michigan, the contaminated water there, or New
Exactly.
Jersey. This is where a company like Droople would come in, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's water is like it's health. So I mean, if you don't take action every day to preserve your health, you may have some problems in
Yeah.
some years. And that's the same with water. We take it as granted today, but that's not the case. We have to preserve it in terms of quality and quantity as well. And with the small actions that everybody can take and every company can take, I think we can already make a great impact to preserve water.
Talk about what is it like? Describe what it is for the audience that hasn't seen you
Mhm.
yet. How big is it? It's available now, you say, but it's one of those things where you want to get it out there. So, what's the timeline on everything that you would say?
So actually the solution is the integrated solution in the full stack solution. Actually, we have retrofit sensors that the businesses can install inline for the different water treatment systems, different sanitary ware and different appliances. And then we have a communication network actually gathering the data from those sensors and transmitting it to the cloud. So we provide an integrated full solution with algorithms in the cloud, processing that huge amount of data and providing insights to the different businesses and customers. So in terms of timeline, it's building a venture, building a startup. It's like building a house. You start with the basement, but you have already a great idea about where you are going. And our goal is really to make Drupal an established company in the field of water treatment, system management, and our first, let's say, solution that we provide is linked to smart filtration. We call it. It's the monitoring of water treatment systems in order to bring those insights to companies who manage those systems and bring transparency about what's going on in the field and reduce service cost.
Ramsey, so welcome to Movie Reviews and More. I want to know how you and Peter got together because this is really interesting. A lot of people don't realize we've got water shortages around the world. I don't think that a lot of people are taking it seriously, but we do. Now, in Switzerland, you have mountains and everything, but still, the ice caps are melting quicker. The Antarctic is receding. And the reason I know these things, because there was a movie called Chasing Ice that I talked to the director where he had 43 cameras around the Arctic. This is in '03 or '06 back then. It's not gotten better, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Brian. Thank you for your question. You're right. Actually, I was born in Algeria, north of Africa, and I
Yeah, you
remember
probably never
there
had
we
water.
we
you
lived
always
water
had a water
scarcity.
shortage.
Yeah, yeah. So I came to Switzerland, and yeah, of course, this country is amazing because we have plenty of water, but things are going bad. So we have to take seriously that water is not granted,
Right.
and then we have to really take care of this precious resource, our old shared source of life, actually. And then we have to take actions and implement technology and use technology to increase awareness, better make use of it, and better make use of the assets that are consuming this water.
You know how bad I am or how good I am? When I see empty water bottles or bottles that are half drinking, I immediately take them and I pour them on plants. I've been known to walk out of hotels, 4-star hotels, with bottles and just watering the ground or whatever, because we can't waste water. I do not take it for granted. And I wish more people were serious about this, because it's not going to get better.
No, actually,
definitely not.
Go.
Sorry, Peter.
Yeah, so actually
go
the thing is that, you know, we have a limited amount of this resource. So and the population is increasing, is growing, and actually middle class is increasing as well. So our goal is really to make sure that everybody gets the necessary amount of water to have a happy life, and I mean to be able to live happily. And I think that's really the question: how you distribute that water so everybody has its part of that.
I remember being on my ranch, and I remember I had it for 4 years and 3 months. When I knew nothing about horse ranches, dressages, horses. By the time I left there, I knew a lot and almost everything. The one important thing I never forgot, the day I was gone, it was 100 degrees. I was in Anaheim, California. We were in Canyon country, Valencia, California. It's a lot harder out there, more isolated. But what it was, a horse colic, and I didn't know this. Horses won't drink dirty water, and so what happened? A squirrel jumped into his water. Either someone fished it out and didn't change the water, but the horse started to colic, and he was a newborn. And I was like, $1,000 later, we had to have his intestines cleaned out and everything, because that's when I found out how important water really was. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
If I could do that and the horse drink bad water, what are we doing as humans, right?
Yeah, definitely right. Actually, we are facing, as you mentioned, shortage of water, but combined to that problem of a shortfall of supply, we have another problem related to quality of water. So we are polluting our water with aquifers through agriculture activities, industrial activities, and so on. Then the water is polluted, and even if you have enough water, maybe that water you cannot use it, you cannot drink it, because it's not good for drinking.
Right.
And that's a real problem. So because we cannot rely on supply, because maybe that supply is already polluted, and then you cannot use it, and you have to treat it, you have to make it sure that it's safe, and that costs a lot to make that sure that it's safe. And it's a tremendous problem that is coming everywhere in the world.
I remember in the early 90s, I think it was like 93. It was like 93. There was this company in San Diego, California. They were called NSA. And the two things I learned from them, they had a little disposable container that you could travel with. And they tested this. They would pour Coke in it, and then it would come out water that you could drink it. But what I liked about that was they had shower things that you could take the shower, because people forget, if you're drinking it, well, you're showering in it. And I never forgot that. So I haven't had that shower filter ever since, but I'm always thinking about it. Who's going to come back with this? Do they have, how often do you have to change it? Are you guys near it? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, Peter, feel free to.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that you touch on an important point, because people don't think about the cycle of water. So basically, when you take a shower and you use 5 liters more or 5 gallons more, then it means that you pollute actually 5 gallons more, and that water has to cycle back actually. And that's an important point, that if you preserve water, I mean, if you conserve water, you reduce the pollution of the water. And I think that's a big issue today. And we really try to make our people and businesses to really reduce their consumption, and so not only save cost, but really reduce the amount of polluted water as well.
Talk about how can you show, or can you describe how big it is? Will you have something that is portable that people can take in the car eventually? Do you have that? Can you see how big it is?
So you mean our devices? Yes, I have an example here at my desk. So actually what the device we provide is, you see, we have a communication module actually connected to a sensor. So we have our smart flow here, and actually that has the ability to measure different parameters like water flow, flow time, temperature. And we actually gather all this data quite frequently, every 10 minutes, and then we process them with our algorithms, and we can give different insights to people regarding their water consumption and regarding the processes they are using water for. So it's a really convenient, easy to install device. You install it inline, and it works on a battery. It's wireless, so you don't need actually an AC plug to power the device, and then it transmits the data to the cloud via gateway.
So we're building 3 different types of tiny houses: 750, 850, 950, 950 square feet. So obviously this is perfect for those tiny houses that we're going to start to build up sometime in the next couple months, right?
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Exactly. Go on, Ramsey.
Yeah. So totally right. Actually, you can equip any point of use that you will have in your houses, any faucets, any flushes, any showers, anything that consume water, any appliances, and then you can have a full view of your water and energy consumption, because in water we use approximately 30% of water that is used in a house is hot water.
Right.
And that energy is huge in terms of production and cost. So if you reduce your water consumption, you reduce water, of course, and you reduce as well energy required to heat that water.
I hate to talk about price because I don't think that's important. It's one of those things that you should have in general.
Yeah.
How do you want to get this out there so the average consumer can have it, whether it's for schools,
Yeah.
offices, for those people going back to businesses, because now they don't need so much water now. So this would be perfect, right?
Yeah, sure. Actually, we have started with schools here in Switzerland. We have implemented our solution where we have also installed a screen where they see their water consumption and energy consumption when they go to the toilets, for example. And also we have computed a score for hand hygiene. So meaning that we are able to assess if someone went to the toilet and afterward washed his hand, then the score goes up. But if you don't wash your hand after you went to the toilet, then the score goes down. And then the children learned, thanks to this feedback, that hand hygiene is important, and then improve their behavior. And now they have very good grade in terms of hand hygiene. And as you mentioned, in terms of price, we are trying to democratize this technology. So meaning that today, if you take a 1-year plan, it's less than $100 access to the platform plus the hardware included, okay, for 1 year. And if you take a 5-year plan, it goes down to $40 up to $50 per asset per year. So it's a very affordable solution.
So that's one reason why I like it already. Environmentally friendly, sustainable, affordable. And again, this is where the world is going, because you guys, when did the idea come about that? And then Peter told me his story. How did you meet Peter? I always like to hear the reverse psychology.
Yeah. Yeah, the story we met actually is not common, but actually we met at the conference, at the VC conference for fundraising. I don't know, Peter, if you were looking to fundraise for a startup at that time, but myself, I was trying to fundraise for Droople. And then I showed him this device and told him that I have the idea to equip all the water assets in order to know exactly who is consuming what, and to create fairness and transparency and so on. And I think, Peter, you loved it, yeah, right? Am I right?
Yes, exactly. I realized that your vision has a really big potential, and we started to actually discuss it and work on it together. So
Yeah.
that's how it started.
Talk about how the name came up. I know how the name came up because I read the notes, but for the audience, I know they're thinking, how did you guys get this name and why?
Yeah. Drupal, yeah. Somehow some American told me that Drupal is difficult to spell, right? Or not?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. So Drupal came actually because I'm a very fond of Apple first. And second, I was studying computer science in Lausanne. And at that time, Google came. And actually, for me, Google was something wow. So it was so huge. And then when I thought about Drupal, the first thing I thought it was drop. So every drop counts. From in my mind, every day I remember that every drop counts because also I'm coming from a country where every drop counts. So
Yeah.
drop is a center of Drupal, and then the data around water is crucial. So Google reminds me that data is very important. So I make a fusion between Apple, Google, and Drop, and it gives you Drupal.
I actually like that. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
smart marketing. Talk
thank
about
you.
what it's like to go back to your home country with this new device that you guys have created. For the
Yeah.
ones that have seen it there, what's that feeling like and what was their reaction?
Oh, actually, I never been to back to my home country since 12 years now, even more, I think. I will be very proud to get back there exactly where I was living up to 6 years old. Because I remember I was feeling tanks of water go down 11 floors and the lift was not working at that time. So just to go back there with that device, this amazing technology, and just share with them this dream that came to life, and tell them, hey guys, I can help you now and better manage water for you as well. That would be a amazing dream for me.
That's a great story. And you never forget that, do you?
Yeah, I would love to do it. I would love to do it. I hope God will let me live that dream.
So between now and the end of the year for both you and Peter, where do you want the company to go?
Hmm. Peter, would you like
Yeah,
to
so
start? Yeah.
our goal is really to establish Drupal as an established company. So and then make this smart filtration solution an established solution in the market. So as I mentioned you earlier, Brian, we start with Western Europe. We concentrate first Switzerland and UK, and then going to the other countries. But we explore the US as well to initiate already the discussions with potential partners to test the solution and to see what are the opportunities. So for us, the goal for this year is really to find those partners in the different countries in order to spread democratize actually this solution for the water treatment systems.
Is there one particular country right now that needs it really bad? And then what country could be okay for the time being, would you say? Because everybody needs it, obviously, but there are a lot of countries that are really bad off right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You're right. Actually, we can say that in there is a bandwidth of North Africa, Middle East, and some part of India and China that are very bad in terms of water scarcity, and they are looking for better awareness and better management of this resource. So I would say that will be our first market, but unfortunately, those markets are very difficult to enter because they are somehow developing countries, and then the access to their market is very hard. You have corruption, you have barriers to entry, and so on. So today we are trying more to focus on countries where water is somehow very hard, and then you need to treat it to make it more sweet for appliances, but also for your hair, for your skin, and so on. So you need important treatment upstream, but also downstream in the houses. And that's our focus today. But of course, we would like to implement, as Peter said, water treatment systems, but you have also the biggest internet, or not the biggest network of objects which are sanitary ware are not connected today to the digital world. And our next step will be to connect those assets to the digital world, to give you the feedback, to make you more aware of your consumption, of your behavior, and how you can improve that behavior to reduce your waste.
Exactly. By the way, Brian, do you have a water softener at your home, at your place?
No, I'm waiting for you to send yours.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, because
Yeah.
I know what companies that I want that I reached out to. My problem is that people take their time, and I keep telling them, we don't have time to waste. I need this. How many people are coming to you wanting to help promote your product? And I challenge them, and I get in their face. I tell them, I'm serious. I've got the outlet, I've got the numbers. Use our platform to get your message out. And then they go, oh, we'll do it in 3 months. People are dying. That's how I look at it. You don't have 3 months to wait. So my thing is, I learned this back in the early 90s, like I told you. You know, you don't have a filter on your shower. Well, yeah, you're going to have problems with your hair, skin. I have eczema. I haven't had it come back, but if you don't have the right clean water, it starts to come back. We know people are having eye irritations, all kinds. We're in a pandemic. What do you need? Clean water.
Yes.
Exactly.
So when I'm calling them and I'm getting in their face, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to your competitor. And then they go, wait. Okay, no. No, I'm really serious when it comes to that, because you watch and see what I'm creating. There's one of the reasons, it's not a fluke that we're really good at what we're doing. That's why I'm talking to you guys, because it's important.
Yes, and actually, it comes back to the fact that you have to take action, and I think that's the thing we are trying to promote, that you have to take action already today, and that's the only solution to solve these problems. And I think yes, you're right. You have to promote what you are doing, and you have to really convince people to join your initiative and then share your vision, because otherwise we cannot make it. So we need everybody to to be part of this, actually.
Yeah, give your social media links so people can keep track of what you guys are doing.
So we are present on LinkedIn, so /company/Droople, like our company name. And we are also present on Twitter, which is @Droople official in one word.
And then
yes, and of course we have our website as well, so droople.com.
Yeah,
and
sure, Peter, thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Peter, I'm going to
Our
end with
new
you. For the people who are just catching up to this, because I always want to make sure, describe what Drupal is one more last time.
Yes, exactly. So the goal of Drupal is to make water matter to people. So that's our ultimate goal. And to do that, actually, we bring decentralized water monitoring to the endpoint to digitize more than 36 billion water-related assets, which are water treatment systems, sanitary ware like taps, faucets, and different kind of appliances like dishwashers and steamers.
You know, the thing that sticks in my mind, and I love this because I'm such a clean freak and a neat freak, is you were talking to kids washing their hands. I can never tell the parents enough, make your kids wash their hands. For that, because when you walk out of there, we've seen people walk out the bathroom and not wash their hands, right? So this is perfect for that. So for Peter, Ramsey, I want to appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming on and being from Switzerland, one of my favorite countries in the world, talking about your company. So I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. And I have to always say, if you see someone without a smile, please please give them one of yours because the world needs it. And we will see you next week.